Katch Ononuju just said something that will start a big fight. He said, the only people in Rivers State who are not Igbo are Ogoni. Everybody else is Igbo. And he gave history to back it up. He even said Port Harcourt's real name, as we have already known, is not Port Harcourt. Stay with me. Let's break this down properly.
The only people in today's River State that were not part of the Aro Confederacy are the Ogoni. Ogoni came from Bakongo. Bakongo today is shared into 3 countries: Congo, Kinshasa, Congo, Brazzaville, and Angola. So they came here, but after the Emancipation Proclamation, they were kept where they are. And that's what it is. The rest of them, everybody, are Igbo. So the idea of telling me, who was born in Diobu, who grew up around Port Harcourt, trekking from Diobu to Mbawta side, from Mbawta side to Rumumasi, where my sister got married, that I should deny my heritage. That's nonsense. But of course, there are Igbos willing to deny their heritage. You can see it. And that's why you say, when those things happen, what is it? Is the Nigerian state putting pressure on them? Port Harcourt was renamed in 1913. The real name of that place is Igwocha. Igwocha, it means in Igbo, white hill. It was renamed in 1913 to honor Lord Vernon Harcourt, who at that time was Secretary of the Colonies in the British government. Because Port Harcourt was being used as a staging post to export the coal that Daddy Onyema was bringing from the mines in Enugu. And that's what it is. So whether you want to deny who you are or not, I see myself as a Rivers man. Me and Wike, we are Aro Ikwerre. It was the Aro that were there, the Aro Confederacy. That's what it is. So if you now want me to deny my heritage because you want me to gain acceptance, I would not agree.
Okay.
You know, but I also see he's united quite a lot of us. Some people who were not there, like the Izon, are now beginning to also cry. The Izon were promised to be part of the new Nigeria in '66 if they join the civil war on the federal side. What have they gotten? Even when they were promised Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt was removed from them by Abacha. And everything you have today in River State were all people who were under the Igbo Aro Confederacy that lasted from 1640 to 1900.
So Katch was on a TV show and they were talking about identity in River State. And he came out clean, very clean, like never before. This is the cleanest I've seen. He was not afraid. He said, I was born in Diobu. I grew up trekking from Diobu to Mbawta, from Mbawta to Rumumasi, where my sister got married. And you want me to deny my heritage? This is nonsense. Then he dropped the history, as you've seen. He said the Aro Confederacy controlled this place from 1640 to 1900s. And the only group that was not part of that Aro system was Ogoni, according to him. He said Ogoni people came from Bakongo. Bakongo is Congo, Kinshasa, Brazzaville, and Angola today. But everybody else in Rivers, he said they are Igbo. Now let's talk about this Aro Confederacy thing. The Aro people were based in Arochukwu, and from 1640 to 1900s, they built a strong trading and political network. They had the famous Ibn oracle, traders, warriors, and diplomats. And before we continue, have you heard that a particular shrine, one of the most popular shrines in Igbo land, is actually in River State? You see, let me tell you something before I continue. If anybody should deny Igbo, being Igbo, I don't think it should be River State. The greatest testimony of Ndi Igbo, Obi Igbo, the heart of Igbo, everything else is in River State. So I don't think if people are denying Igbo, it should not be River State. Mbano. There are so many testimonies. Let's write on with what he said. They had the famous Ibn oracle, traders, warriors, and diplomats. And yes, their influence reached, we're talking about the Arochukwu influence. It reached deep into what we now call River State. Places like Diobu, Rumomasi, part of Obiapo, Ikwerre land. There are Igbo communities there till today. There are massive Igbo community there. So when Katch says we are Aro Igboni, he's saying we are Aro Igbo people living in rivers. He even mentioned himself and former governor Wike. He said, me and Wike, we are Aro Igboni. That is him connecting history to today's politics. Forget what you hear Wike every time. If you call him Anana, we know what destroyed everything. You had him. The war. The war did great damage to Igbo. The war dispersed Igbo. The war disjointed Igbo. You should consider who are you before the 1966 war. Some people were promised it one thing or the other. And today, can you imagine some people that we will have to come and tell you you are Igbo before. Let's continue. Now, this is also a part that hit me the first time I heard about it, not this time anyway. Katch said Port Harcourt was renamed in 1913. The real name is Igwocha. And he's right about the date. Port Harcourt was founded in 1913 by the British. The name Port Harcourt, not the people there, not the existence of that place. And it was named after Lord Vernon Harcourt. He was secretary for the colonies in Britain at the time. Why did they build it? To export coal from Enugu. You see the connection. It is still Enugu. Everything linking to Igbo of the other side and the other side. It is still Enugu. Enugu is known for coal. So it was to export coal from Enugu. The coal was brought by people like David Onyema. But before 1913, the local people called the place Igwocha. Igwocha in Igbo means white hill. White hill or white settlement. So the question is, if a place already had a name, why change it? Katch is saying, Katch Ononuju, that is the name of that man. He's saying, don't use the British name to erase the original name. Then he talked about Ogoni. He said Ogoni people are not from the Aro system. He said they came from Bakongo. And that is a theory that some historians also talk about. Migration from Central Africa. Though there are people who have questions about, mixed ancestry, this and that. Then he talked about Izon people, Izon or Izon. He said in 1966, they were promised things if they fought on the federal side during the war. He said they were even promised Port Harcourt, but Abacha later removed it. What is not yours is not yours. And now he said even the Izon are beginning to speak up. So Katch is not talking, it's not just talking about Igbo. He's talking about how everybody in River State feels left out at some point. Look, here is how I see it. Katch is not fighting anybody. He's just tired. He's tired of people telling someone born in Diobu that he should deny his father's language to get acceptance in Nigeria. Nigeria that will still use your oil. You have to, for you to take part in the sharing of that oil. So he's tired of history being hidden because of politics. Meanwhile, is everything he said 100% accepted by all historians? I don't think so. History had different versions, but at least you can deduce the truth from what you hear. But some things he said are facts. Port Harcourt was Igwocha. Port Harcourt was built in 1913. Aro had influence in that region. Aro is Arochukwu. The bigger issue is this: can we talk about history without fighting? Because when you say I am Igbo and I am from Rivers, some people hear you. Let's say here they want to take over Rivers. How can somebody want to take over his place? That Rivers is Igbo. Does it mean Igbo people will chase the Igbo people in Rivers and take over? No. I think Katch is trying to say, let me be both. Let me be Rivers and let me be Igbo. Don't force me to choose. So what do you think? Is Katch Ononuju telling us the truth about history? Or Is this just politics for 2026? Rivers people, I really want to hear from you. Comment below. Be respectful. If you are from Diobu, Rumomasi, Obiapo, Ikwerre, Ogoni, Izon, drop your view. You are welcome in this video. Because one thing is clear. We cannot build a future by lying about the past. If you learned something from this video, share it. And subscribe so you don't miss the next one. My name is Azoka OJ. See you in the next one.